Yo, what the fuck is going down, everybody? It's your boy, Sauceman X. Checking back at your niggas with another goddamn video today. But anyways, man, we're back with another political video, this goddamn bitch. And you already see this shit by the title, okay? You already see this shit by the title. This video is obviously going to be about the LGBT community, okay? And my personal opinions about the LGBT community and obviously things that are going on in politics. We already know that there's a particular individual that's running for president that actually literally wants to take away people's First Amendment rights. Or not take away people's First Amendment rights, but infringe on the First Amendment, in my personal opinion, just because of their religious beliefs. So we already know who I'm talking about. You already see this shit by the title. This video is obviously going to be about Beto O'rourke, okay? We already know Beto O'rourke, which I believe he's still running for president, which is literally just fucking crazy. We already know, I believe the Democratic debates happened like last night, but I didn't really fucking watch this shit. I don't really care, because I like to focus on things that are actually relevant in politics, not these fucking weird... You know what I'm saying? These people running for president, I don't really give a shit about them. Which we already know that Beto O'rourke, which I believe that he said it about a week ago. And the only reason I'm making this video is so I can give you motherfuckers my opinion on the LGBT community. And you know what I'm saying? Because I never really talked about the LGBT community on this YouTube channel. And I also never really talked about fucking, you know what I'm saying, in Beto O'rourke. You know what I'm saying? It ties into what Beto O'rourke is trying to fucking do and literally trying to impose a political ideology. He's trying to impose a political ideology on a particular group of fucking worship just because they don't accept their political views. Which, in my personal opinion, it is somewhat of an infringement. Not only is it an infringement on the actual law, but it's actually an infringement on the First Amendment, okay, which is technically a law, but it's like tax-exempt laws compared to the First Amendment. I think it's somewhat of a violation of both. So it is literally fucking crazy, which we already know that it's obviously Beto O'rourke, which I'm surprised, okay? Before I get into the point of this video, I'm surprised that Beto O'rourke is actually still running for president, which we already know that I believe that, you know what I'm saying, people haven't been really voting for him at all. Nobody really gives a fuck about him, okay? And in my personal opinion, is that Beto O'rourke, obviously, in my personal opinion, when he makes these ridiculous-ass fucking claims or had these little ridiculous-ass fucking plans that he wants to implement, you know what I'm saying, allegedly wants to implement if he becomes president, which he's obviously not going to become president, but if he did, you know what I'm saying, he would implement this stuff. In my personal opinion, he's doing this just for attention because we already know that his campaign is miserably failing and he has to get some way to try to get some type of shock value in anything that he wants to do. Little does he know that it actually does not help him and it only makes people with common sense not support him even more. And it also, you know what I'm saying, only panders to the radical leftists that still actually support him or still actually give a damn about his campaign, which is just pathetic. We already know, which I believe that it was like a month ago or some shit like that, Beto O'Rourke was literally supporting third trimester abortions. Third trimester abortions. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all people? Like, literally, only radical leftists would literally sit out here and support third trimester abortion. You also have Beto O'Rourke, which I believe was last month or 2 months ago, probably last month, where he literally said, obviously, he wanted to get rid of all semi-automatic weapons, where he literally wanted to literally try to get people to force people to sell their guns to the government, which is literally a violation of the Second Amendment. So he literally said he wanted to do that shit and it obviously did not work at all. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's still obviously still not resonating. People still aren't voting for him, which is literally fucking crazy. So we already know that he wants to violate the Second Amendment, but now Beto O'Rourke actually wants to violate the First Amendment, okay? Or at least infringe on the First Amendment in some type of way, which we already fucking know this shit. And I'm gonna talk about this and also talk about my opinions on the entire LGBT community because it's honestly getting fucking ridiculous. I don't have a problem, which that's the thing. I don't have a problem with people who are a part of the LGBT community, even though just because you're homosexual doesn't necessarily mean that you're a part, but I don't have a problem with this shit, but I have a problem with liberalism, obviously, which is what I've been saying, that whenever leftism and liberalism tries to, you know what I'm saying, involve themselves, okay, try to go into something or involve themselves with a particular thing or a particular movement, they completely try to destroy it and run it to the ground and make it completely radical, which is what they're doing right now. And then the mainstream media is obviously trying to shove the entire narrative of the LGBT community down our fucking throat to the point where if you don't support the LGBT community, that means you're sexist, that means you're homophobic, that means you're fucking transphobic. They just come up with all these random ass fucking terms just because you're not accepting the shit that they're literally trying to shove down your throats every single day. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. Okay, like we understand, okay, like literally, like we understand it, okay? We don't have to fucking support them by any means necessary. So anyways, leads me on to the main point of the video, which is obviously about Beto O'Rourke literally saying that he wants to tax churches, okay? He wants to tax churches if they do not accept the LGBT community. He wants to tax churches if they don't accept same-sex marriage, which I believe that's what he said, okay? He said it in a CNN town hall, which apparently CNN isn't really doing that well. Apparently they're getting exposed. There's someone who actually works within CNN that's, you know what I'm saying, that actually fucking recorded secret footage, and literally everyone in there admitted that they were, you know what I'm saying, that CNN, people who work for CNN were biased against Trump and they had a narrative, but we already fucking knew that. But it's literally fucking crazy. So we already know that Beto O'rourke essentially said that he wants to tax churches, okay? He wants to tax churches if he does not accept, if the churches do not accept same-sex marriage. And that is literally fucking crazy, okay? That is literally fucking crazy because, let alone, it goes against religious beliefs. So what Beto O'Rourke is trying to do is that he's trying to politicize religion. He's trying to politicize people's beliefs. And last time I checked, the First Amendment, you know what I'm saying, covered freedom of religion. And freedom of religion, such as Christianity, you know what I'm saying, they do not believe in same-sex marriage. Doesn't mean they're homophobic, but they just do not believe in same-sex marriage. So it is just fucking crazy, and it's an infringement on the First Amendment for Beto O'Rourke to literally try to sit here and say that we're going to tax you. Okay, we're going to unlawfully tax you. And I'm going to explain why it's unlawful in a minute. But we already know we're going to unlawfully tax you just because of your religious beliefs. How is that not tyrannical? How is that not a terrible fucking thing? How is that not somewhat a violation of the First Amendment? Which we already know that there's probably going to be a lot of people saying that, oh, it's not really that big of a deal, even though it has a lot to do with the First Amendment and freedom of religion, and the fact that you're trying to stop that freedom of religion and potentially, you know what I'm saying, ruin a lot of shit just because they're not just because of their religious beliefs. And that leads me on to my next point. What is up with people on the left in terms of being against religion? Well, like, this is what I fucking noticed. People on the left are completely against Christianity, which there's nothing wrong with being against religion, but to completely politicize it and not, and, you know what I'm saying, and just like be completely against these religions just for political reasons, you know what I'm saying, such as not accepting same-sex marriage, it is literally fucking crazy, and it's just a political fucking campaign to try to delegitimize religion, okay, to try to delegitimize people's beliefs. So we already know that there's probably going to be a lot of people out there saying that, oh, there's nothing wrong with Beto O'Rourke wanting to tax these fucking churches, but it's obviously wrong. And the main reason for why it's wrong is because churches are tax exempt. The reason why churches in this country, okay, for ignorant people who do not know, you know what I'm saying, who don't follow politics or don't really know anything, taxes, okay, churches are tax exempt in this fucking country. The reason why churches are tax exempt is because they are a charitable organization, okay? People literally spend their entire lives believing in a particular religion. Therefore, it is a charitable organization, my personal opinion, and according to the law. Okay, lawful, okay, according to the fucking law, it is a charitable organization. So, it's a charitable organization. You cannot tax them by law. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tax them by law, but Beto O'Rourke wants to tax them just for political reasons. Just because literally, if you don't accept the fucking left's, you know what I'm saying, LGBT narrative down your fucking throat, then we're going to tax you. You're going to be punished. So you're basically punishing people for their fucking beliefs, and you're trying to attack people just because of their religious beliefs. And for example, and I know that there's a whole stigmatization to be like, oh, it doesn't really matter because it's Christianity and we don't give a fuck about what happens to Christianity or whatever the fuck. The thing is that what Beto O'Rourke is trying to do with taxing churches and literally is trying to silence and trying to stop freedom of religion and, you know what I'm saying, the freedom to believe in what you want to believe in is literally just like saying that, let's say, for example, Muslim people, okay? That's like somebody's running for president saying that, oh, if you're a Muslim person in this country, we're going to have to take off your hijab. Okay, we're going to have to take off the fucking hijab thing that's on your fucking head. If you are a female Muslim, we're going to take it off because you might be a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? You might be a terrorist. It's the same exact thing because you're trying to restrict someone's religion and you're trying to restrict the ability for someone to profit off of their religion just for political reasons. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what's going on, but it's just against Christianity. But since it's against Christianity, no one really gives a fuck. So it is a crazy thing. It is a terrible thing in my personal opinion. And thankfully, Beto O'Rourke is not going to become president because it's literally fucking crazy. Literally trying to attack people based off their religious beliefs. And this is just unheard of, okay? This is literally just fucking unheard of. The left is, like, in my personal opinion, the left is literally trying to start an entire campaign to completely get rid of Christianity, completely try to obviously get rid of the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. And in my personal opinion, that's what Beto O'Rourke is doing. It is literally just fucking crazy. So he's trying. Okay, he literally wants to infringe on the First Amendment. He wants to infringe on the First Amendment and take away people's, you know what I'm saying, freedom of fucking religion, and try to restrict people's freedom of religion just because they don't believe in same-sex marriage. And that's the thing. People who are Christians, that's embedded in their religion. That does not make them homophobic. That does not make them a hateful fucking group. They just do not believe in same-sex marriage. They just don't believe in same-sex marriage. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So to literally tell someone, literally to force churches to completely change their religious beliefs just so you can, you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to be taxed, even though that's unlawful because they're tax exempt because they're a charitable organization. And you're literally saying that you have to change your political beliefs or we're not going to tax you. That is obviously an attack on Christianity. Therefore, it's an attack on religion. And obviously, it's an attack on the First Amendment, which is literally fucking crazy. So thankfully, Beto O'Rourke's not going to become president, but it's literally fucking crazy. So on to my next point, okay? Did I already fucking talk about it? I think I already talked about it. Yeah, so the LGBT community, as I've been saying, it has completely gone radical, okay? Because apparently, there's actually more fucking letters in the LGBTQ plus community, which, as I said, I don't have anything against people who are part of the LGBT community, but if you try to don't try to shove it down our fucking throats. Like you had, for example, the fucking gay pride parade. Like, what was the point of that shit? What was the point of doing a pride parade for like 30 days straight? And apparently a lot of people who were in that fucking pride parade were dressing inappropriately in front of children. Okay, in front of 10-year-old fucking children. But that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. It literally does not make any sense. And it's obviously become radical to the point where it's like, if you don't accept us, then we're just going to fucking do a ridiculous parade for like fucking 30 days straight. And if you don't accept us after that, then you're a terrible person. Oh my goodness, you have to accept us. You have to support us. You have to support our radical agenda, which is literally fucking crazy. And it does not make any sense. So I don't have a problem with the LGBT community, but it's becoming so radical. And they're actually trying to add letters. They're trying to add letters to the point where it's like, what the fuck is going on? So anyways, man, tell me what you think in the comment section. Just my little opinions on this shit. Thankfully, Beto O'Rourke won't be president anyway. Your boy, Sauceman. I'm checking the fucking out of your peace.